Hey folks, just an update, just feeding the fish. This is brine shrimp, and you get an idea for just how much or how strong the current is in here. Get a good idea of the, even that whiptail, he picks up steam trying to find food to get on. He'll probably get on some of that actually if he can. Be surprised if he doesn't. See if he gets on one. Yep, he just got a brine shrimp. And there's, speaking of, there goes a ghost shrimp. There's a catfish. Serpes really like this as well, or the red minor tetras. The molly just eats like a whale. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But anyway, you get a good idea for the current. I mean, things are moving there pretty strong. I think that's part of the secret for why this guy's doing so well. They really like a good strong current. Update on this, I added salt to help out the neons and the cardinals, and they look so much better. The fish are doing healthy. I did about 30% water changes every day, and it's a lot of work, and I probably need to do one today. If not, I'll definitely do another one tomorrow. And ironically, I didn't lose a cardinal or a tetra, but I lost the female blue ram, which was really sad. She was carrying eggs, and I'm not really sure what was going on there. So anyway, try to get him a new girlfriend once this tank stabilizes. But because everybody's actively looking for food, and you see the shrimps come out a lot. There's one there on the bottom left, still cucumber. They're eating a lot of that, and it's just a good idea of what's going on. Everything's doing pretty well. Added the salt to help knock out the ick, and this is just completely quit growing. It's not any closer to the top. It's been over a week. It's actually kind of shriveling up and kind of brown, so I'm probably just going to cut it, which is kind of sad, but yeah, I think the salt just kind of took it out. The salt didn't help the plants out at all, even though I was doing water changes. You don't. Anyway, enough of that. You can see that. And I also, I know it looks like I completely butchered that plant right there. You can see where I cut it. But really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it to reestablish that area. And I moved it. Well, anyway, it's a long story, but what I found is if you cut these things back pretty drastically, it will actually get them to grow a lot of new leaves, which I know sounds crazy, but it really works. If you'll remember, if you roll back to the beard algae on my channel, this was actually cut back to one leaf, and I'm just going to try to count really quick while you're looking. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost like 10 or 11 leaves. Give you an idea, and like a month ago that leaf didn't even exist. Believe it or not, the one that's touching the top. But just trying to get things stable, and I think everybody's doing well. Haven't lost any more fish. Really kind of disappointed. I actually had 2 casualties from this ick outbreak with the massive water changes, and one was a twig catfish, and the other was a female blue ram, which is just really sad. You hate to lose anything, but it's just part of it. And anyway, just another reason to try to get a hospital tank in the future. The dwarf baby tear is doing very well, and you can see the shrimp in there. And anyway, so anyway, that's, and let's see. You can see the cories are doing really well. There's another ghost shrimp there on the left. And if you look under that tree trunk, or not, well, tree limb, there's actually, that's a rubber lip Plecostomus. He likes to hang out right under there, if you can kind of see. See if I can. But anyway, everybody's doing really well. Plants are bouncing back. They're still eating on this cucumber, and it's down in there. And let's see what else we got. The lily pads are doing pretty good. That's fine. And then see if I can find the one of the twig catfish for you. Let's see, they're usually right on one of these limbs. They really like to chew on wood. This is the it's actually a whiptail. He's kind of interesting. He really stays on the ground a lot. Now he doesn't, which is kind of odd. I would have thought he's actually in that plant right there, hoping that there's some food stuck in there that he can find it. These cories are very active when there's stuff on the bottom. They just go around looking for stuff. And still running my temperature a little warm right now. Running at about 85. And there's a matter of fact, there's a twig right in there. You see him, he's chewing on the back of those leaves. And that's one of them. As a matter of fact, there's a second one there on the left, if you can kind of see it. It's kind of hard to see it. Well, but they're both doing really well. And pruned a lot of the Amazon. The one on the right there, pruned it back, and just trying to promote new growth and getting rid of old leaves, and everything's doing pretty well. And the water sprite, interestingly enough, is on the bottom, and it hasn't really grown out any. It's just really trying to cover the bottom there. And the wisteria is growing like crazy. I'm not really sure. This plant's doing pretty well. This is actually one of the baby runners of the plant there that's just totally cut down and butchered, and I'm trying to just promote new growth and get some leaves growing, and it didn't fit that space. So I know that sounds crazy, but I cut it back, and then I'm hoping it'll grow back into that space. And here's a side of the baby tier, dwarf baby tier. It's doing very well. Let you look down the tank. Neons are looking good. Still a few with just minor ick, and as soon as that one clears up, I think we're good. The glow lights are doing well, and Siamese algae eaters those guys are fun to watch. So tank's a little cloudy. I've definitely had it clear. If you look down there, it's not as clear as it has been in the past. It's hard to keep it clear when you've got that much kicking up, because what happens is you're normally going to have stuff in the bottom of your tank, especially if you have these many plants, because you have stuff like this in the corner. If you can kind of see some of the debris, but it just kind of keeps it moving and kicks it up. But anyway, it'll get better, and I'll clear it up. But just give you guys a quick look, getting ready to run. So appreciate everybody watching. Thanks. Everybody have a great Saturday, and talk to you guys later.